singles of this event in order to save energy. So if that, and in a sport like table tennis where reaction time is so crucial, and you know, they say nobody beats father time, well, especially in table tennis.
Emily will be an interesting matchup as she plays shakehand with short pips on the forehand, long pips on the backhand.
She plays long pips on the backhand.
Oh, sorry, I misspoke. She plays short pips on the forehand, inverted on the backhand.
Okay.
It was Pamela of Wisconsin who uses that double pips combination.
That would be a nightmare to play.
Hers, of course, being that medium length. Fang of Texas Wesleyan, of course, will mostly at this point play a blocking style, and mostly with that forehand of his penhold. He will occasionally opt for the reverse penhold backhand, but we don't see it too much from him.
But again, talk about having your secret weapons. So much depth on the Texas Wesleyan team. Great to have an ace in the hole like Feng Zhe.
Yeah, to have a former silver medalist from the World Championships stacked third. As Emily takes the first point.
Yeah, that forehand is so heavy. We're lucky to have a player of this caliber at the NCTTA Championships. That being said, Emily is showing that she's no slouch herself. She's pulled out to a 4-1 lead. And now 5-1.
Could she potentially pull this upset? We'll find out.
Oh, we will.
So far, I think the short pips may be giving Feng a little bit of trouble. I'm sure he's faced them, of course, before, but has only played a few games so far. Like you said, did not play in the singles competition, or doubles for that matter, opting only to play in the teams.
Oh dear. Sort of a contemptuous swat backhand up the line right there. He says, you're going no further.
Oh, now attacking. But long, and Emily goes up 8-2.
Emily's going to want to be very careful here. No lead is safe against a player of Feng's caliber. It is casually Feng can get so much power on the ball. Like right there.
And all of a sudden that lead, it's not quite as much of a lead anymore.
Coed shrinking down to just 2 points. You know, he...
And we see actually on table 2, Emil Santos have a match point opportunity, up 10-9 in the fourth game.
Emily, though, extending her lead up to 9-6 now with a nice serve.
There's that reverse penhold backhand from Fang. And game on match 2 is wrapped up. We see Emil Santos defeating Dong Long Hao to give Texas Wesleyan a 2-0 lead. Which makes this match even more important.
This is a do or die match now.
And you can hear the crowd celebrate as Emily takes the first game of this match, 11-8.
She just snuck away with that. Fang Zhe was saying, all right, you get a few points here and there, but I'm going to show you what's what.
And she held in on that last rally.
She snatched it away.
And you can hear now almost a nervous murmur take over the arena. Could the former world silver medalist get upset by the women's singles champion? We'll find out right now.
Dude, here's the thing, okay? Fang Zhe has all the accolades in the world. You know, he is by far the heavy favorite if you just go by experience alone, right? But there's so many factors into play here. One, where does he get the motivation even to play at that high caliber level, right? He's been everywhere. So playing here at the NCTTA Championships, while an amazing event in its own right, this guy has seen it all. At the same time, he's a little bit older. Are his legs still there? Can he still move as fast? Emily's going to want to take advantage of both of those factors if she's going to pull off the upset.
She'll definitely be hungry as she takes this first point on her first year with this NCTTA competition. She definitely has something to prove and has proved it already. But this would be an impressive stamp on top of that as she goes up 2-0. Fang now on the board with a point there, bringing the score to 1-3. Emily extends her lead to 3 points.
And we see now Fang Zhe trotting back to the ball. I think he realizes that he's going to have to up his game here. He's not going to be able to just roll over Emily.
We talked about getting the motivation to play at that high level. And we can see there a little slow, really unmotivated looking footwork as he tries to step around for that forehand on the backhand corner.
Let's just put it this way. Fang Zhe has a lot of matches under his belt, and that'll make you road weary.
A lot of miles on those tires.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a Corvette with 100,000 miles is still a Corvette. But it doesn't run quite like it did at 2000. Engines revving, but the tires aren't quite gripping like they used to. We can see there on that missed forehand. I'm sure that's a shot he's hit very, very many times.
Again, Emily needs to be very careful. She wants to extend this lead, not let Fang Zhe come to life.
Oh, a very spinny serve. It looked to be topspin and deceptive, playing a motion that could have been very well underspin.
She's going to want these 2 points very badly.
Oh. I want to chow for her. She's so calm, quiet, and collected out there on the court. Oh. You can see Fang with that slower, slightly higher ball from his backhand side, almost daring her to add that speed so he can punch it back, but her shot a little too much to handle. He can't make the punch. Meanwhile, on table 2, we have Ohlone's player who's gone up 7-0. Plog. And Emily will have 4 game points here on the second. Watch the replay. Again, Fang opting for that higher ball. Frustration as he throws that racket down on the table.
Here's the thing. If I'm Emily right now, I want this third game and I want to get out of here with my W. Because any second now, there's the danger of Feng Zhe coming to life, waking up that sleeping beast, and he's going to start coming in with all those shots that made him Chinese national team member. And so you want to be very careful to don't give him any space to start playing like he knows how. Just beat him right now and get it over with.
Yeah, if I'm Texas Wesleyan's coach, I'm running for those jumper cables to start my Corvette.
You know that he has. The question is he going to be able to dredge it out?
Yeah, we talked about motivation. I'm interested to see how motivation plays out here on the third.
Emily's going to have to be very careful. And here now, 2 quick points to Feng Zhe. The motion looks exactly the same, but clearly it's a different spin. Emily has had not too much trouble returning it thus far.
Ooh. And on table 2, that 7-0 lead has quickly turned into a 9-8 lead.
Something tells me. Something tells me we're in for a little bit of a comeback here. Wow.
You can hear his heartbeat coming to life. (5-0). Meanwhile, on table 2, it appears Ohlone's player did hang on to that first and managed to take the win over Jason Plog in the first game. Oh, he means business.
And already out to a quick 7-1 lead. Blink if you miss it.
Oh, out of reach. His feet looked glued to the ground, glued to the ground on that one. Good serve from Emily. Very fast, catching Fang off guard, and that may be the key to her if she expects to perform well. That fast pace.
He's ready for it that time.
But you can't try to get him twice. He'll be ready.
The thing about that shot is he commits fully to it, if it, he doesn't even care if it's going to come back. He knows it's not going to come back.
Oh, powerful.
Look at this shot.
It's gone before you know it. He hits it and it just appears at the back of the barriers a split second later.
Whole slew of game points. So here's the thing, Kevin. Something that I see Feng Zhe doing, which I don't advise our viewers at home to do, is he'll take a step around forehand, throw his whole body weight into it, and then make no move to come back in the middle of the court. The way he's hitting that shot, I don't expect anyone but a world-class player to block it back. So really, talk about confidence is the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, but you worry that confidence, if he's not careful, could become overconfidence. You don't want to get in a situation where game's tight and you hit a forehand you think is going to be a winner, a forehand that could have even been a winner multiple times throughout the match, that in a tight situation they manage to come up with a block that they need and trap you.
Emily,
anything can happen.
Anything can happen. That's why we play the sport. Emily is going to have to try to come out strong start here. Absolutely critical for her. Here in this point, we see the power that Feng Zhe has right here on this forehand. You know, he doesn't look like he's swinging necessarily that big, but he's got all that timing, that perfect timing.
And we see there on that point, Emily doing a much better job spreading Fang from side to side on the table. If she expects to continue and contend in this match, she really will need to spread him middle, wide right, wide left. She can't just play consistently to one spot.
Absolutely.
And when she does, you'll see his step around forehand that clobbers the ball.
She's going to need to try to make those old legs move more. That's for sure.
What a net ball.
Nothing like a net cord in your favor to try to pull off the biggest upset of the tournament.
Oh.
And you see there too many backhands cross court. You'll see Fang do the step around backhand right here.
3, 4. 4 shots to the same spot. You can't do that.
And now danger time for Emily. You feel like if she doesn't win it here, she's not going to win in the 5th. How can you stop the momentum of a Chinese national team member?
With the net ball, which she's gotten now 2 of this game for points.
The net cord wants her to win. You saw in the shot just before that, she had a fantastic on-the-rise backhand, straight off the bounce.
And another net.
And another net cord.
Just 7 more of those, and she's golden, it looks like.
Feng Zhe with a plaintive look to his coaching staff. He's saying, man, she's so lucky right now.
Like we've said, luck beats skill any day. Oh, tricky, tricky serve.
That ball had a ton of topspin on it. It just exploded off the table there.
And you can see his motion is so forward and down that just that little pull up at the end is what adds all that topspin. Really deceptive. And you see applause from the audience because that's just an impressive shot. There's really nothing else to say it. Six game points to Feng.
And that is a reverse pen hold, just swat backhand down the line.
(11-8). 11-3, 11-4. The first two in favor of Emily, the last two in favor of Feng.
You can see in that score line exactly at the point that Feng just said, all right, enough is enough. I'm taking you down.
Meanwhile, on table two, we have a tight game in the third. Jason Plog leads Cheng Chen 9-7. That's also a do or die match, crucial. 9-8 now, as Jason Plog misses the flip with his backhand into the net.
Now, if you're Emily, I say go down swinging. You're in the fifth game here. Anyone can win it still.
And Emily, you can see looking over to her teammates match on the table two, knowing that if she is to pull this upset, just as much rides on her teammates' shoulders.
Emily is saying something to the umpire. Maybe complaining about Feng Zhe's serve.
I think she's suggesting that he's hiding it behind some loose shirt around his middle. And smart move there, opting for the timeout, down 3-0 in that fifth game. You don't want to call that timeout before it gets too far ahead of you. And
I honestly don't know what Emily is going to do here. Feng Zhe down 2-0. At will wins 2 games in a row, and now at will up 3-0. She's got to find a way to get him out of that rhythm, though. I think all-out aggression is called for here. It's like going for that fateful shot against the Death Star.
As Fang grabs another point, you also have to wonder if she is concerned about a potential illegal serve. That definitely can affect your mentality.
Nice shot. You see Feng Zhe open up with the first high toss serve of the match. And then here, picks it right up off the bounce.
Oh, it's beautiful. Out of reach. And at the side change, Emily down 1-5. I see around the court with cameras, filming, watching, wanting footage if an upset does happen. Wanting a record of such high-level ping pong if it doesn't.
I think we're far away now from the possibility of an upset.
He does appear to have this under control. There really is something beautiful about that high toss serve, that moment of pause.
Absolutely.
Everybody in the arena watching, waiting for contact.
I mean, he's just too good. What we're seeing here is an incredible mixture of years and years of experience and perfect timing. It's
And there we have it.
really not a fair ask for Emily to overcome.
And with that 11-1 win for Fang Xia,